want to answer. Mom! Bro, I'm telling you. Dad. Bro, why does your rider just break my freaking damn? But she blaming me, but it was her. Right, you blaming you. You freaking broke it. You did. Bro, you standing on it. No, you standing on it.
I've given our boys dolls, even if they tear the head off. I've given them dolls to learn that care and caregiving is not just an activity that's reserved for women. If I'm reading a book and the protagonist is a male, I just change the he to a she. And it just normalizes for my sons in particular. I don't even just do it for my girls. I do it for my sons because I want them to see that women can be the center of a story.
Imagine for a moment as a young boy, you're faced with this situation as your normal everyday life. And you saw how quickly the boy called his father, who unfortunately he doesn't get to live with, but he has a very good relationship with because he gets to call him in an emergency, quote unquote, like this one. He has already learned from a very young age that people are going to blame things on him that's not his fault. And one of those people is his sister. And it's part of a society that just normalizes misandry.
I love when I find out he came from a broken home, his mama abandoned him. I be like, yeah, I know exactly what to do with this type of man. When a come from a good family, I'm like, oh, this bitch got support. Somehow I'm gonna have to move this nigga out of town and get everybody to turn against him so he can only depend on me and only want me.
One thing I can say with 100% certainty that I don't miss about being back home in the Southeast is the vicious thunderstorms. I can remember seeing the notifications on the news and knowing that whatever we were doing, watching TV or studying or playing video games, we knew that that TV had to come off and we had to go downstairs, and most likely it was time to read. And if we were at our grandmother's house, that reading would be the Bible or we would be praying at her instruction. And of course, things like talking on the landline, that was a no-no. Actually, it's very dangerous, apparently. But even taking a shower, we were told, don't get in that shower too long because, it's going to come through the pipes and get you, which is probably not going to do, but we thought that. But we understood that during a lightning storm, a thunderstorm, the best thing to do is lay low and wait it out. And these days, there is a lightning storm, a thunderstorm around masculinity by the name of casual misandry.
Stop dating men. They're not good people. Not black men, not white men, not Jamaican men, not Chinese men, not Italian men, not Russian men. Stop dating men. The problem is men. MEN, men, all of them, men.
I think as a modern woman, a lot more things will start making sense in regards to men when you start thinking of sperm as a parasite.
A lot of the men who are lonely and complain about loneliness deserve to be lonely. You are a toxic person who does nothing to benefit anyone else in your life. So why do you feel like you deserve to have partnership when you're not willing to enrich anyone else but yourself?
My biggest fear is living with a man again.
Of course, the storm of misandry is afoot, generally speaking, but when we talk about the black community, black misandry is on a whole different level. Notice how aggressive Kendra G is in this interview with a man sitting holding his child. He mispronounces one word, and she's essentially on the attack the entire interview. Try to find out what's wrong with anything he's doing on this interview.
So you really had a baby?
Man, look, is we gonna get me on the show or not? We gonna play or what?
Where the mama at?
What you mean where the mama at? See, it's a long story. You ain't let me finish. That's what I'm saying. You thought it was game?
You meet a girl and the girl lives in California.
Yeah.
Why? This is the things I don't like. You drinking with a baby in your hand.
I'm in the house. You was talking about in the car last time. I'm in the crib. Like, come on. All this, she got to going through some shit with her other baby daddies, and I had to move back to Texas where my work was at, and then I took my daughter with me. Shit, I had to get custody. Shit.
And the judge gave you custody?
I'm a great person. I'm a great person off this internet character stuff. I'm a great person. I handle my business. I work. That's why I say I need another second chance. I need another baby mama or something. Because the first one I hit ain't right.
What kind of woman you looking for, Shaquille?
Oh, man. Let me start over right. And I'm going to keep it short and simple because I know you got a lot of people probably waiting. I just want a nice, mature female. Got her stuff going. Don't want to be argumentative. Hold on, let me get her a bye-bye. Hold on. Don't want to be argumentative, want to be in her femininity. You know what I'm saying?
Her what? You want her to do her what?
I want her to be in her femininity. What that's called? Femininity? What that's called? Femininity?
Femininity.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, be that one. Please be that. Be soft girl era when you come our way. I don't want no more hard body, tough female. I want something nice. And if I could just touch you, you could come small. You could come obese at this time. I want something obese this time. I was talking shit about the BBWs, but the BBW showed love to me. That was the one that showed love for real. So,
all things considered, when you think about the clientele for a Kendra G show, this guy is right at the median average. He's clearly taking care of his children. He's in shape. He has a sense of humor, and he's looking for someone. But in the comments, he's just getting roasted for this is the bottom of the barrel. Apparently, he had enough money to fight to get his child, and he wants to be the father of his child. And yet, there's just hostility all around. And that's for the young ladies that are even willing to have children for men these days.
People who choose to be child-free should be congratulated.
We're not going to have kids.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
You often hear young ladies these days talk about how they had a man that wasted their youth. Some people even say that they deserve to file a lawsuit against said person, said man. But if you look at this gentleman's facial features, I can't really tell if he's happy or not, but there's a part of him that when he was a young boy playing catch with his father, he had to be thinking, I'd like to do the same with my son. But his wife, woman, person he's having a relationship with is congratulating herself for deciding never to have children. And so whatever thought he wanted to have of playing catch with his son is gone, and he's not allowed to have it. And if he wants to have it, it's seen as toxic masculinity these days. And as for the young ladies and their elongated, phase, we know what happens when they have to deal with their past later.
I'm 31 and I had a slut phase in my mid to late 20s, and now I can say confidently with age, reporting from the other side, being a slut is a scam. You have way more sex in a committed relationship. Being a slut is working freelance, no benefits. Always wondering, where is my next job? Being a slut is a pyramid scheme invented by the music industry. Megan Thee Stallion is lying to you.
Is there a such thing as a hoe phase, or is a hoe gonna be a hoe regardless? It ain't no hoe phase. Women slow down when they realize, I am so old, I'm really getting the scum of the club, the scum of the job, the scum of the church. Only mother on thirsty mode want me. That's when they slow down a little bit.
So now that you're gonna get married, what is your craziest confession that your fiance doesn't know about you?
He didn't know that I had a on a jet ski.
And just to let you niggas know, we don't need y'all. We want y'all, but we don't need y'all.
A few inches later.
Single women in their 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. I have a question for you. What are some other ways that you get dates besides going on a dating app? Like, what are other ways that you meet potential men that you can date in real life? That's it. That's the question.
Amazing study of high school boys in the U.S. And it shows that high school boys in the U.S. are increasingly accepting of same-sex relationships among their peers, basically as long as you're bro about it. And so it's called, the title of the piece, so there's a slur in it again, excuse me for saying it, but it's okay to be gay, it's not okay to be a. And so basically, it's okay to have same-sex relationships as long as you're not flamboyant or effeminate about it at all. And what I take from that is that sexuality has become much more fluid for this generation, but masculinity is as rigid as ever.
Imagine for a moment you're the boy that was sitting on his bunk bed playing around with his smartphone, and he sees his sister break his part of the bed and then go tell the mother that he was the one who did it. And most likely she's going to believe the young girl. And then he goes to school and he's being taught by a woman saying this about masculinity. he is under a storm, a barrage of misandry. Anything masculine is bad, evil, is wrong, and he's not even getting a shred of the romanticism that came from young ladies being soft, inviting, caring. It's gone. You have young ladies that are trying to match body counts with men. They're trying to show that they're as strong or as tough as men, and everything that's masculine has to change, otherwise it's toxic. So what do you think the young guys are going to end up doing?
So you mean to tell me I gotta pay all my bills, pay all her bills, make her happy, go to work, still give her all the attention in the world, and I just get some pussy? Deal off. I don't want it. It ain't worth it.
You want to benefit off partnership. You want to grow from partnership. And you think that having partnership will add to your progress. But you can't see yourself doing the same back.
I know you believe you can keep this up, but I assure you.
Now, sperm is the cell that fertilizes the egg that leads to procreation and continues the human species. And this is why the hosts of this parasite, so to speak, are always thinking, as we say, with their private part.
Oh, now if there was a emergency, you got your ring off and you can't.
My biggest fear is living with a man again.
You're still wearing your engagement ring, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm gonna give it back to him. Do you want it now?
Sure.
Here.
Thank you. That's a Bitcoin.
My take is that hyperfixation on physical self-improvement is inherently rooted in misogynist values because of gendered socialization at a young age.
Unlike my generation, where we were socialized in a way where we saw a romantic notion in our opposite gender, this young boy is never really going to have the opportunity to feel that. From an early age, his sister is blaming him for breaking the bunk bed. His mother's probably going to come in there and say, this is your fault. And the only thing that's saving him from getting in a lot of trouble is this Ring camera. If it wasn't there, he's going to get blamed for it, probably go to school, and the teacher's going to say your masculinity or you being a boy is probably the grounds for which you are at fault. And he just has to weather the storm of misandry as a way of life. And for many of us, we see there's a kind of folly in this bravado of misandry that just hates everything about masculinity because, well, maybe things are so comfortable now, or at least they have been, that it's okay to do so. But for those of us that are men that can't really escape the fact that we're men and everything about us in modern life seems to be seen as toxic, all we have to do is just wait out the storm. And that's what it appears that more and more guys are doing. If you want to be on your kick of saying men are bad, men are terrible, okay, cool. I don't want to do these dates, these bars, these meetups. I don't want to do none of it. It's all you, girl. You got it. Do you, girl. And I'm going to be over here in the corner waiting for all of this charade of a party to fall apart. Because sooner or later, it's due. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment below. I'll catch you next video. Take care, guys.